We're off to pick up a pony. Got my toast, one Marmite slice, one Nutella slice. So I already know it's going to be a jolly good day. How many ponies are you picking up today, Mum?
Just one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ponies!
Where should I put this one?
Well, that's a Voltaire one, so she should go on the top. She's a special one. So if anyone hasn't guessed, we're off to pick up Winnie, who I'll talk more about in the lorry. But Winnie doesn't have a saddle, so we're playing saddle fitters today.
Yeah.
And I've got every saddle I have.
Put that one in there.
This is... that saddle is so old. Do you reckon it can go on that thing there? Sorry, guys. Oh, God. Get in, girl. Get in. Get. Right, that one's not going on my lap. It's full of spiders.
Oh, tell me.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Right, you look like you've got that, Mum. I'll wait in the cab. Okie dokie, everyone. In the box, the empty box, might I add. I've been playing with people on Instagram, getting them very excited that I'm off to pick up a new horse. But alas, we're off to pick up an old horse, but not an old horse, because she's actually a young horse, but a horse I've never ridden. And if you can solve that riddle, I've already told you, we're off to pick up Winnie, aren't we? We dropped Winnie off at Becs, who is a wonderful lady who breaks my scary youngsters for me because I'm a bit wussy to do it. How long ago did we drop her off? It seems like an eternity.
It does actually. Can't remember.
I'm not gonna lie, we kind of forgot about her a bit. Now Bex has already done Ari, like we know she does such an amazing job, so we just kind of dropped her off and was like,
Get on with it.
do your best, Beck, good luck. But she has been sending little updates and she looks cracking. Apparently she has been having like the odd little, not bronch, I think bronch's too strong, like a hump, bit of a weird word to say. Bex has said to me she's really worried, she wanted to keep her longer because she was like, oh, she's not going really well in the school. Like Ari was like, he's just so nicely put together and he was going around kind of like in a natural outline. That's just basically how he trots. And she's like, oh, Winnie's completely different. I said, Bex, it is fine. Jam was a literal potato. If people haven't put 2 and 2 together, Jam is Winnie's mum. And it took me like a good 11 months to get Jam remotely rideable and not looking like an absolute donkey in the school. So I was like 100% expecting Winnie to just be like a little bit not that put together in the school. She's obviously still like, she's only been broken, how long has it been? She must have been there 10 weeks, do you think?
Yeah, and of course she wouldn't have been ridden straight.
No,
She's
exactly.
probably been sat on her sort of 6 weeks or something, 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah, 6 or 7 weeks probably being ridden. So obviously, like, we do not expect that at all. The main thing for me is that I feel safe on her and that I can get her out hacking, because realistically that's all Winnie's going to be doing for the rest of the year, is just little bits of light hacking, building up some strength. She's only 4 at the minute, so she's not really going to do much at all. She'll then have a break and then I'll bring her back in next year and see where we go. I mean, fingers crossed. I would love to aim her for some of the Cotswold Cup events next year when she's 5, but you know, it's completely down to how she is.
Might well be the year after.
It might well be the year after, but I
or
like
the end of
to
next
be.
Year.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about this today because it took Jam 11 months to become like a horse.
Where have you got 11 months from?
I've worked it out in my head because we got Jam back in March, and the following February was when I went for my first lesson on her, and she was actually, I could actually steer and get over a fence.
Okay.
So that's how I've got 11 months, thank you. Honestly. Right, so it's now, what month is it? July. So in theory, next June I'll have a lovely pony slash horse. It's actually a horse. Anyway, that is the story in Balamory.
Right, so I think your maths is wrong. But
How?
she did come back in March, didn't she? I think we only took her in about March.
No.
February or March.
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure she did come back in March because I was riding her before badminton and literally wanting to throw myself against a wall. And I've been riding her for a while because I remember I had my first ever canter on her.
Oh my goodness.
Just before we went to badminton.
Right.
Honestly, this lady trying to mess with my mats.
Well, that was May, and I think
yeah, but that was my first canter on her.
Whatever.
Alright guys, there may be a slight difference in days. I might be a day or two out.
Oh, hang on, I'm in the wrong lane.
Right.
Sorry, too much chattering.
Now that is what we call karma. I'll see you when we get there. Here she is. Excited to be on camera.
Scared to death.
Where is Winnie? Oh, oh, your lovely long mane has been bright, sweetheart. She says, oh, I completely forgot about you guys.
Hello, gorgeous girl.
She's missing her boyfriend. He went yesterday. So
Oh
she's
no, hence why she wanted to come
had
home.
an official breakup.
Oh, her holiday romance is over.
Little dove friends, though.
She has got a couple of dove friends.
A dove's a sign of good luck.
So.
I think it's magpies that too, is it?
Oh no. Where are the magpies?
No, one for joy, two for sorrow. Maybe it's two doves is good luck. Let's go with it.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Round, actually. One for sorrow.
Oh, is it? It's the other way. That's
3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. Quick talk about tack. Becs has been riding her in a racing saddle because she's barking mad. But as you can see, guys, there is nothing to that. I would literally be on the floor. So we've bought, well, we bought all the saddles, but Becs has looked at these two. These are our widest two, so we're going to try those on. But you're going to start her in the racing saddle, aren't you?
We are. We're not promoting
One
that
laugh
they're
time.
great for their backs, but because she's a little bit short-coupled and a little barrely, we have a bit of movement in all the saddles I've tried on. So
Yeah.
we're going to start her in that, which is comfortable. She has had other saddles on, but let's try and find something to fit.
Yeah, exactly. Amen to that. Also, disclaimer, Mum calls me short-coupled and barrely. Awful.
She's been
We're just
growing
saying,
now.
guys, we think that she's greyed out even more since coming here. No one believes me that she's going to go grey. Look at the evidence.
Really grey.
Thank you.
Nearly as grey as me.
Look, you can see it better this side in the sun. Hang on.
Yeah, Winnie Woo.
Look at that, guys.
It's quite a nice roan colour.
She is. I'm worried she's just going to go straight to white, though. I wanted a nice dapple grey.
Extra dot by her flanks.
Oh, hang on. Let me come and
New
get
spot.
New spot.
Ta-da!
Oh wow, you've been working hard on that one, Win. It's so odd. Hey. She's also looking quite bum high, which is exciting. She's got such a jammy face. The exact same eye as Jam. Here we go. Down to the arena. Barrely is certainly a good word to describe Winnie. Now, apparently the school isn't Winnie's favourite place to be.
Nor mine.
No, Becs. You're all about hacking in jumping straw bales, aren't you, Win?
Yeah.
So I thought it would be better to do a bit of a voiceover of Winnie, watching her for the first time in the flesh, because on the day I was a little bit nervous, not gonna lie to you guys. So now I can actually say what I'm seeing a bit more. So Becs, bless her, has done the most incredible job with a horse who realistically isn't that interested in going in the arena, and you'll hear us say that a lot throughout this video, but it is very similar to how Jammy was when she was this age. So to start off with, Becs did so much walking around, which is obviously really good for youngsters. She was explaining how if you don't do enough walking at the start and you go straight into trot, sometimes it can make them a little bit hot in the school because they expect to get going straight away. So she's made a conscious effort to kind of really vary Winnie's work. So sometimes she'll do loads of walking and other times she'll do a little bit less. Anyway, into the trot, and I've noticed Becs always starts her youngsters in sitting trot. I remember I asked her about this this when she broke Ari in, and she said about how they need to get used to you being sort of sat on their backs and you can sit into them a bit more. And also with Winnie especially, it really helped with her straightness. You can see she's obviously still very wobbly there, but Becs is just incredible at staying with her. So yeah, we went over the poles a few times to sort of keep her entertained really. As I said, school's not her favourite place. And then into canter, this is all at the minute in the racing saddle, which is super lightweight, and Winnie's like really used to it. Becs, I'm scared. Classic Meg being a wuss bag there, but in fairness, like Becs just doesn't give anything like the time of day. She never dwells on any like little bucks or anything like that, and it does make me feel more confident watching her because she's just like, yeah, whatever, get on with it. I genuinely wish I was more like that. To all the non-believers that still think Winnie is going to stay bay, look at her tail. It's really greyed out just in the time she's been here. That's how stressful it's been, eh, Becs?
Yeah.
Who got more greys?
Winnie.
Winnie or Becs? Okay, right, we're now trying, this is Bear's saddle, so it's not been ridden in for over a year, probably. Or not quite. Oh, I don't know. No. Let's just say yeah. Let's not get bogged down in the details, guys. So we think this looks slightly better because it's not quite as high on her wither. And there's contact the whole way down there. Again, we're not saddle fitters, but once you're home, Winnie, the lovely people at Voltaire Design will come out and have a little looky for us and see what we think, hey? Right, saddle number 3, please. Okay, so let's talk saddles. I feel like this is a bit of a difficult topic with youngsters because they change shape so much, and it is genuinely really hard to find a saddle that's gonna fit for, I mean, sometimes longer than like 6 weeks. So this is, we tried a different saddle on before this and we lunged her and it literally went straight up her neck. So there was no point riding her in that. But this one definitely fitted her better of the two. I'm not saying it's perfect, and you can see here, Winnie was a little bit confused that it had suddenly changed, but with that bucking, it didn't actually move any more than it already had. So for the minute, this is kind of the best that we've got. I'm going to get a saddler out and kind of see where we can go from here. But yeah, this isn't a long-term saddle. I'm ready for my first ride on Winnie. Good luck, team. 4 years ago I brought you into this world and now I have to get on you. There's you. Wow. Do you want you? Right, you tell me exactly what to do, okay? Act like I've never ridden.
Star jumps now.
Becs, be nice because now I'm nervous. Good girl, Winnie. Oh God. Good girl.
Look how patient this breaker is, stood at the block.
Yeah. Brilliant.
95th time.
It's because you knew who you were breaking it for. Oh God, I feel a bit wobbly. Can I adjust a wobble, or is it just how she stood?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Your stirrups all right, Jenny?
A bit long.
I think they're okay. Whoa. Is my girth okay? She's got a longer neck than Jam. Well, that's good.
To be fair, it's not. I think it's alright to be fair.
I used to be so brave.
I can give it one more.
Well, is that going to send her?
Well, we'll see.
I don't think. It's all
I
fun
think
and games,
right.
isn't it now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got my own back, Winnie.
Go, Winnie, woo!
Meg. When you're ready, prepare to walk and walk.
Thank you. This is actually what I want.
Good
girl.
And you sit. You know what you're doing.
I think she just forgets. A bit lazy.
She's absolutely knackered now for the
Bless her.
40 minutes. If she's not listening to your leg, you can give her a flick.
Yeah. She doesn't feel as downhill to ride as she looks, I don't think.
good.
Like
That's
Jam felt a
positive.
lot more downhill and perchy, I'd say. Come on. Good girl.
And can you see that although she, she is being a bit stuffy now, she's had enough,
Yeah.
but it's a different feel to Harry.
Yes, it is. Definitely is.
I think just the fact that we've put 3 different saddles on
Exactly.
and
It's
got
a lot.
on and off
It's a
100
lot, yeah.
times.
Yeah. Do you bother changing your stick over with youngsters or not?
You can do. I do sometimes and I don't other times.
Okay. What should I do this time?
What rein are you most confident trotting, or don't you mind?
I don't think I minded until you said that. Like there's a fairy rein.
No, I was just going to say, so on your most comfortable rein.
Yeah. Oh right, I'm doing it. YOLO. You saw it. Saw it here first.
She looks really scared, Meg.
I feel
That
really
whip change.
No, do you know what? I actually feel okay. She's lazy. Like she's lazy.
Yeah,
So that's good.
she looks seriously lazy.
Well, that's fine. We don't mind lazy.
That's not a compliment, Winnie. Come on. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, go, ride it, own it.
Okay, right, Winnie, we've got to trot. Oh my word. Okay.
Good girl.
Good girl, Winnie.
That's it.
Good.
Now when she takes you forward, go with her, because
Okay.
that's brilliant that she's taking you forward.
Good girl, Winnie. Good girl. Good girl, Winnie.
And every time you put your leg on and she takes you forward again, just soften your hand, say that's lovely. I'm just happy you're rolling forward. I'm not worried where your head is, I'm not worried about anything, but if I ask you a question, I'd like you to react in the correct way.
Like to say yes.
Good. My rein's too short. Am I getting all?
I think you just do what you're comfortable with. For the first time you sit on her, I think as long as you're happy that you can put your leg on and go forward, and you can give her a little squeeze on her rein and she'll slow down.
Good girl. Well done.
Try swapping your whip to the other hand and then move her hindquarters away. Go on, you got it.
Good girl.
And when you put your leg on, then take it off. That's it. Oh, you're taking off into the air.
Winnie's like, who is this imposter on me? Good girl, Winnie. I did change your reins. I feel like I'm boring her going round in a circle.
Has gone up her neck a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has moved forward.
Has gone up her neck a bit.
know.
Yeah.
Good girl. Forwards. Good girl, Winnie. What do I do next?
I think you're doing really well with what you've got because she's being really, really tricky.
Good girl.
You're having a good time. Come on.
Good. So I do want to do it.
Okay.
But I think I'll feel better if I've done it.
Okay.
Getting on her the next time. Well done. Well done, Winnie. Good girl.
Leg. That was just a loss of balance.
Hunter. Well done, Winnie. Good girl. Enter.
Good girl, Win.
Good girl. Oh yeah, I feel better getting out of my system.
I am just going to very briefly annoy you guys again, just because watching this back, it was a weird one to watch because it seems so obvious to be like, send that pony forward. But when you're riding a youngster for the very first time who's incredibly green, it was very much a kind of just do what you need to do to sort of feel safe and keep a nice relationship. So I know that this is by no means perfect and Becs did a far better job. But even my next ride, I felt so much better, which you guys will see in an upcoming vlog.
Well done, girls.
Ah, breath. Good girl, Winnie. I think we're going to go for a little hack now because Winnie is not a massive fan of the school, which is exactly what Jam was like. So we'll go for a little ponder and then I'm going to get Becs to come and help me at home. I need to do some fitness. Hopping back on to go for a little ride. We've got gorgeous nanny horse here. Sadly, I didn't get to ride him. Yeah, he's like, are you my human? And Winnie was just slung in the stable while we tacked him up. But I'm gonna hop back on. Have you built up some more energy now, Win?
Good girl.
Okay, first little hack.
First little hack, off we go. You pressed it. Welcome to Becs Camp. Oh, we've got a car.
Okay, right, we're gonna video you lead with the car. It's all on you, Meg.
Thank you. Winnie's like, I'm not leaving. Thoroughly enjoying my hack at the minute. She's a lot more forward, like you said, like I'm not using my leg at all now. She's just taking me forward. So yeah, I mean she's very much like Jam. Jam just had to do loads of hacking, which is fine because we've got loads of hills, so they'll strengthen up, then the saddle will fit better, then we'll get in the school, win badminton, that's the plan. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put a time stamp on this plan though. I've got from now until infinity. You're too young to hold a phone like that. You look like you're allergic to it. Honestly.
I'm allergic to social media.
Yeah, you are. Right, are we having a trot?
Yep,
Okay.
ready when you are.
Yeah. Oh, wow, we're off. Good girl, Winnie Boo. Oh, we've got a van to route now. Good girl.
Right, we can go through this little gap in the hedge. Are you ready? Smith is special. Yeah, that little gap. Let's see how confident you are now.
Guys, I made it. And also, sorry, who is this confidently vlogging on a 4-year-old? I'm a new woman. It's because you feel so nice and calm, Winnie. She says as we're into the field. Are you struggling to get on the nanny horse now?
Look at that smile.
Oh, my baby. It's like I'm going cross country on her.
We've got a happy Winnie and a happy Meg.
Yay. We don't like your school, do we? Good girl, Win.
How did you get on?
Very well. Add a little canter.
Oh, is that exciting?
Oh, sorry, Winnie. No, she was so good. She absolutely loved it. She's a lot more, hello Dove, forward and yeah.
Good.
What are you doing? Have you got an itchy nose or something?
Oh, that's good
No, we
news.
had a really nice time. I feel so safe on her, so.
Oh.
Good, I'm excited. Do some hacking at home.
Yeah.
Let you grow up. And then we're
Go.
going to go places, aren't we, Winnie? We're going to go big places one day.
Oh. Hello, Winnie. We're home.
Look.
Who's this? Is Winnie home?
Oh, yeah. We had a fall.
Oh, yeah, she hasn't met Etty.
We had a fall when you were gone. That's Etty. That's Etty.
This is also exciting. A new playmate. Good girl.
Hang on. I know your mate's with me, but she might not want you.
Yeah, that's true.
You says, no, I like you, Winnie Woo.
Good girl.
So hang
on a minute.
Excuse how dishevelled I look, guys. My hair looks remarkably greasy. Winnie is back home and settled. She had a little spongy because she got a bit hot on the journey back. She's literally, like, she's hardly travelled. She's travelled to Becs's and she's travelled when she was like a week old. And that was it. So it's unsurprising that she got a bit hot. But yeah, I've had my first ever ride on her. I feel like so comfortable on her, which is really nice. We were speaking earlier, like they've got very different feels, Winnie and Ari. Ari's just a little bit more like, oh, what's going to happen next kind of feeling, whereas Winnie's a bit more like just lazy. She obviously did have a little bit of a kind of, I wouldn't even really call it a buck, I'd call it like a leg lift with me anyway. But she had worked quite hard. We'd tried different saddles on her. She was also wearing a saddle she'd never worn before and then had a rider she'd never had on before. So I think we were just kind of working through things. It's just one of those like common baby things. But I didn't feel scared, so I feel absolutely fine riding her away now. I say that. Becs is very kindly going to come tomorrow just to get on her for the first time here. We just want to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Getting help, especially these early stages, like no matter how experienced you are, sometimes if you don't feel 100% confident in your like capabilities with like a young horse, say, it's just so much better to get help. So yeah, Becs is going to come tomorrow. She's going to hop on first. I'm then going to get on. I'll try and film this for you. I mean, I may as well film it if you guys want to see that video. And then hopefully we'll be away from there. As I think I briefly mentioned, the plan is just going to be to hack Winnie out mostly. You can see from the footage, she enjoys hacking so much more, and that's exactly what I did with Jam. If you've seen Jam's Unbroken to B80 video, I spent, it was probably nearly 6 months where I basically didn't go in the arena because Jam hated it. And you've got to work to their strengths, especially at this stage in their career. You know, you want to make work like fun for them, and Winnie absolutely loves hacking, so that's all we're going to do. So that is the plan. I'll probably do about a month. It'll be just under 4 weeks, because then I'm going off to Greece, and then she'll have a little bit of a break, and then I'll bring her back in probably in the autumn again, do a tiny bit more hacking, maybe go on like a fun ride or something like that. Hey darling, just to get her to see the world. And then she'll probably have 2-3 months off over the winter, and then bring her back in next spring and see what I've got. Obviously she's only going to be 5 next year, so if she doesn't go out and do anything, it's really not a bother. But we'll see. Potentially this time next year she might be able to go and do a little bit of competing. You guys know that I'm very much treat every youngster as an individual. If they need to do 2 years of hacking and not doing much, that's absolutely fine. Like, we will treat her very much as an individual, see what she likes, what she doesn't like, and yeah, at some point, I hope to be eventing this lovely horse. Final thing to say is a massive thank you to Becs, because she is just incredible. The way she works with horses, I'm honestly in awe of her. She's just like, a bit like a horse whisperer. She just genuinely understands them. She has like this weird connection, a sixth sense, if you will. So a massive thank you to Becs for doing another fantastic job breaking her in. And I did feel so safe and comfortable up there, which is the biggest thing. Anyway, I think we're gonna have a wet, soggy roll behind me. So, I live, laugh, love you, and I'll see you very soon. Look out for more Winnie content.